Hello gentle people, Jeff here, welcome back to the channel. It's gonna be a bit of a fun, odd one today. I am not gonna carve. As you can see, my hands are gloveless. I don't need glove right now because I'm not gonna be even close to a knife. I wanted to showcase a few carvings from other carvers that I had the chance to buy in the past, and I think it's important to get inspired from other carver. It's also, well, supporting the art. It's pretty good to be able to buy other carver and support them in their craft, and also having a carving that you can look at and see proportion and how they do things and how they use the color, if they paint their carving, and so on and so forth, can help you in your own carving. I have books, as you might have seen when I showcase my really chaotic carving station. But books are 2D, so it's pretty cool to be able to look around top, bottom, sides of a carving and look at how other people have done their things. So first thing first, I'm gonna showcase one carving that I have from this man. If I recall correctly, his name is Peter. He's a Swedish carver. He is the reason why I started carving in the first place. I saw him and his work at a Viking market here in central Stockholm 3 years ago, maybe, something like that. And I got absolutely inspired by his work, and I bought one of his carving. Not at that time. I was able to meet him again last year, I think, at another Viking market closer to where I live, outside of Stockholm. Because he is the reason why I started carving, it was absolutely important for me to be able to buy one of his carving. So here it is. If I recall correctly, this is Freya. This is what he does. As you might have seen in the picture, he does, well, Norse god mythology god pole. And when I saw his craft, like I said, I was like, oh, I can do that. I'm gonna get my knives and a piece of wood, and I'm gonna try to do the same thing. And I failed miserably. This is the first carvings that I posted. I think if you scroll all the way back to the beginning of my Instagram account, you will be able to see. But I have one of those here, and you can see, well, the difference, I guess. I was trying to imitate the style. There's a lot of intricacy in Celtic / Norse / Viking art. You can see all the things going around, right? And she has the staff here, and I'm not exactly sure what that is. Maybe it's an ear, maybe it's a... There was a knot. I'm not exactly sure. Not important. I love the thing that he has, right? And yeah, that's my that's my attempt. It's one of the first carving I've ever done. Way before I've done heads or miniatures or anything alike, right? So yeah, it's really cool to see he plant dye all of his carvings. There's no paint or anything like that. It's all pigment from plants and other thing you can find in the nature, because I think he lives in the wood off-grid somewhere in Sweden. But anyway, yep, it's a really cool carving. I love every single part of it. I realized that he didn't even sign his carving. Maybe it is somewhere. Cannot really find anything, but yeah. So, beautiful art. I'm really happy that I met this man, because this kickstarted my carving journey. I was happy that I could buy one of his thing. Alright, so... a second one. This one, you might have seen this carving before. Not this specific one, but Anita. I think, if I recall correctly, she's from the Netherlands? I hope I'm right, because if I'm not, sorry. Yeah, these big gnomes, you've seen, all of her carvings don't have faces. It's about the big nose and the beard, and even the female one, they also don't have any faces. Well, I mean, any eyes and stuff like that, right? So it's really cool, really cool painting. I also not 100% paint acrylic. We can see the grain through the colors. A bit less with the beard, because I understand painting white is, well, that's has to do with the pigment, right? And I love the detail, I love the pocket, I love the suspenders around, and the little touch with the patches on the elbow, and then the little facial tissue, I guess, or something like this, right, in there. Proportion is super cool too. Love the big head, the big hat, and this big patch right here. This is the first carving I bought from another carver, now that I think about it. She was the first one, because not every carver sell their carving, right? I would love to buy, as probably a lot of you also, be able to buy a Doug Linker or a Charles Bank or Gene Messer also carving. I would absolutely love to do that, but I don't even think that's possible, sadly. So this is what it is. Also, a gnome from Nikki Reese would be really, really good, but I know she doesn't really sell her carving. I know she trades though. Maybe I should contact her about that. Anyway, really cool, big. It's you can see the height, right? Compared to if I have one of mine close by, right? You can see the size difference between what I carve, right? I literally never tried to carve a big thing like that. Maybe I should at some point. But anyway, good. All right, and the third one, I have honorable mention, not honorable mention, but I have another set of things. All right, this is from Emil Trägubbar. He's also a Swedish carver from up north Sweden somewhere. I don't exactly remember where he's from in Sweden, but yeah, this is 100% like the style I do. Beautiful flat plane, as you can see, right? And it's the same size, right? If you look at the difference in carvings. I really like the shape. I like the angles, the head, right? He looks kind of, I don't know, he's judging. I don't know what he's judging, but he's judging something, right? Big-handed pocket, things like that. I really like I said, right, the angle. And a lot of classic tricks that everyone does. Like I said, the end in the pocket, and then also the pants going around the feet slash boots slash shoes slash everything, right? The hat, like the detail, the ears, yeah. Love the painting too. It's really, really nice. We can see the grain on the pants, and even I don't know if it was sanded, but it's cool to see there's not paint everywhere. It's really good craft. I really like that, right? So yeah, good stuff, Emil. I love this a lot. And then the reason why I carved the Viking little guys that I've carved on my channel since pretty much the beginning, Frantishak from Belarus. I have 3 carving from him, 2 that I bought and 1 bonus that he sent me, just because. Right, so this is more like the size that I carve, but his detail work, if I compare that to any of my Vikings, of course he's not doing any sort of flat plane carvings, but if I take one of those, right, we can see the inspiration, but also the his craft is absolutely out of this world, right? I could probably zoom in a bit more just to show it, right? So he used 1 knife and a couple of gouge, and he used some sort of stain oil at the end to finish, and it really, really darkened the creaks and crannies of the carving, and everything is light. This is amazing work. I love every single detail. It's really cool to see the hair, and then the fur around him, and then the cloak, and then there's multiple layer of cloaks also, plus the pants. And I like that he doesn't really focus on the feet on the carving, right? Like there is some sort of feet, but it's not, he doesn't really care, right? And you can see that in different finish, less glossy, but as the same thing here. I like his little tree cuts here and there for the gambison. This is really cool. All the little lines on the belt also to give texture. Same thing on the shield, and I like that he even carves the eyes inside the helmet. I've never done that. He used a gouge, I know. With a knife, I've never tried. Well, I tried and I failed, so I just stopped doing that. I stopped doing these helmets in general around the eyes. I might have still a carving, or maybe I sold it. I don't seem to see. Oh yeah, I have one right here. I painted the eyes for that, because carving it would have been a bit of a pain. But yeah, you can see the influence. Nowhere near the same quality. Different style for sure. But yeah, his... even carving the shield like that, like the circle is so good. And the inwards also, and the thickness. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I've done that so much with my own carving, and it's so hard. But anyway, yeah, there's a bit more feet on this guy, right? And then you can see his signature, the F and B. I will not pronounce his last name. I will butcher it, right? And then this one, I really like this one because it's so small. It's such a tiny carving. I don't know how big that is. It's 5 centimeter by around 3, maybe something like that. Such a cool carving. As much detail as the bigger one, but it's really tiny. I love the use of the gouge on the cloak, and it's also it's hiding the back, right? There's still the belt. We can see the feet on both hands. I like that he's looking on the side. The axe is, like, I really like how it's done, right? It's kind of, there's a bit of cheating in proportion. Like, of course the axe is kind of going through the hand, but yeah, who cares, right? This little guy is holding the axe, right? And the hand on the side here, and even the you can see the fingers rolling around here. Really beautiful craft. And no signature on this one though. Anyway, there's also this carving, right? It's I have no idea where it's from. I found that for 20 crowns, which is like, I don't know, $2 at a Swedish market, at a Swedish barn flea market somewhere. Such a cute little carving of a woodworker. It's from one piece. There's nothing that was added, right? Everything is from one single block of wood. And it's pretty cool to see because there's a lot of intricacy in this thing. There's an A, maybe? A J dot? I have no idea where it's from. Who's the carver? It's probably from Sweden. But yeah, it's a really cool, cute little carving. And as you can see, that's the same height. It's around 8 centimeter, 3 inches tall. Really cool. Love the detail. Even the eyes and the nose and the mouth, like there's everything, and it's really well carved for sure. And then lastly, a friend of mine, in fact, really funky style. He sent me that thing. He's an artist. He does miniature painting and 3D art, and he's a real artist that does art. And when I started carving and posting about my journey, he picked up one of his old knife, and that inspired him to start carving again. And I was pretty honored about that because he's a really good artist. And yeah, to be able to do that just out of the blue when you haven't carved for either years or ever at all, I was pretty surprised. I love the painting. I love the grading and the colors everywhere, right? He's a painter, so it shows right here. And yeah, he wanted to carve a little Viking because that's what I do. But this is really cool, right? I absolutely love this. It's such a nice gift that he sent me for free, just all of it out of nowhere. I had no idea it was coming, and yeah, really cool carving. So if I zoom out and I try, let's see if I can put all of them next to each other. Something like this. So you can see different style, different work. Everything is unique, everything is different. I absolutely love every single one of them. This is such amazing work. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That's it. Just showcasing carvers. I would love to have more carving from other carvers in the style that I like. It's sadly not everyone sells, and I can understand that because I've sold a couple of carving and it's annoying to ship. If you are a carver and you sell your carving, please tell me. I will be more than happy to support you. So that's it. As I said, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see each other in the next video. Bye-bye.